It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll get a look here at Derrick Henry. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Lions and the Vikings, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be piloted by their veteran quarterback, standing 6'4". It's Ryan Tannehill.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Tannehill to the air to start out. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Here's Tannehill. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second and 11 now. Tannehill. That's caught by Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very strong last week in a win over Carolina.
How'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. A third down gain of 19. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Tannehill. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
It's a first down following a gain of 3. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
That good for 19 and a first down. With Montgomery. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Touchdown! Tommy Trimble, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Lions at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. That is caught by Lamb. And they're going to get this up to midfield. We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, doesn't seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
And the tight end goes in motion left. A first down carry for Henry. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run it again with Henry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To the air, Allen. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Henry up the middle. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Allen off the play fake. On the move to his left. Henry's got him out on the left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. On second down, here's Henry. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Allen. Left side to Lamb. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Josh Allen, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. They shakes him off. This is caught. It's Hardy. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. That caught by Tremble. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 27-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. Under a minute to go, clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Tannehill. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Here's Tannehill. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tommy Tremble, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
On second down, here's Allen. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Deontay Hardy back deep. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now leading his offense back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
Running left, Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Play action. It's Tannehill. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. The Vikings on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Tannehill now to throw. That's complete outright to the tight end, Tremble. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Running off tackle with Montgomery. Brought down at the 20.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
2nd down and goal. Tannehill. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On play action, Allen. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
A lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 3rd down, Henry. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, got here 3. Remember, it was 2 in a row. We'll be hit 3 in a row because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That pass is caught by Hardy, and he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Tannehill. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Lions offense set to take over. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
Teams talk all the time about stretching the defense, and nothing stretches the field more than a deep ball, and I mean a deep ball. That one didn't connect, but certainly they'll be back on their heels.
Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. There he goes, right side. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Adam Thielen. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete. They made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, partner. There's no intent here because Von Miller, former NFL Man of the Year award winner, he likes to play the game the right way. But in this case, makes a mistake and gets in just a little bit too late, and that draws the penalty.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Micah Parsons, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks, got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, do a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Did a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on fourth down. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Inside handoff, Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DJ Wanham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
On play action, Allen. That's caught again by Schultz. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Now a timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Allen again. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. C.D. Lamb as the first half is winding down. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. There's Trimble, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races start.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So here are the Lions to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Allen going to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Allen now on the option right. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. In motion, the tight end. Henry again on 2nd down. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 65 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Henry will get it. He's been busy today, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 2nd and goal, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Adam Thielen. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. That caught by Trimble. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Back to throw, Tannehill. Throw left side, complete. That's Montgomery. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Again to Henry. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now Allen off the bootleg. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen off the play fake. A check down here for Henry. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. He was out there waving his arms. And when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Henry is in for a Lions touchdown.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Micah Parsons getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. But they're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Second down, they go again with Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Again, it's Henry. 115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On 1st down, Allen. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Now a handoff to Henry. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold them just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A first down carry for Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it.
Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Henry up the middle. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen, he'll find Thielen working the middle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. In motion goes the tight end. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's just going to be short here. Barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You get down to this area of the field, you know you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22. They stopped him for a short game there, but can they do it a couple of more times?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Henry again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 157, moving him past Terrell Owens and into a tie with Randy Moss for 4th on the all-time list. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. To a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Tannehill's throw pulled in by Renfro.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Now Tannehill. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors at that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center of the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate. A nice carry.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball. And unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
It's hauled in by Hardy.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
From the red zone now, Tannehill.
Renfro bringing it in over the middle.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll run with Montgomery. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
As long as you've been the air attack has gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd down and goal. Tannehill. Touchdown, Vikings.
Hunter Renfro from 4 yards out. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is down to 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Darden now going to bring this one out of the end zone. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the... A run by Dallas to start the drive.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 2nd down, a run with Dallas.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
They'll run on first down with Dallas.
And he's going to take this ahead from right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Another run. Again, it's Dallas.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 42.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run. It's Dallas.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Dallas up the middle. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you,
And a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Once again, it's Dallas.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
They'll try to pound it in with Ricard.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
They'll look to run with Dallas.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Now, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
From the 50, it's Tannehill.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again is Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.
down.